Hello, my name is Nazeer A from the Faculty of Civil Engineering Technology, and I will be demonstrating for you the Learn Management System, or Desire to Learn, or D2L, as sometimes referred to. In most cases, I refer to it as Learn. It is a online management system that's being used by more and more post-secondary institutions to present online courses. And that's what this demonstration is to do, is to get you familiar with the Learn system. As you go to the website of the college, in this case the website that I am at Red River Community College, you see the web address there is www.rc.mb.ca. I will then see this particular screen that I'm shown here. If I were to go on the student, that would be the place that most students would click. I'm going to go on the staff because I am a faculty member. When I click on that, and you will see the same thing or very similar to this on when you go on the student site, you will see Learn. And I'm gonna click on Learn, and it'll take me to the Learn Management System. And of course at this point I have to enter a password or a username and a password. The username of most student is their first initial to the Learn Management System, and it is showing me the home page basically. And that homepage offers me all of the subjects that I actually teach. Okay, so I have several subjects. I have this one here, which is statics. I have a strength of material. These two subjects make up one subject. They're really half subjects, but when you get the credit for both of them, you have the credit for statics and strength of material. Okay. When we look at some of the other subjects that I teach, land surveying, I do also teach statics and strength of material. This is an old one, and of course I do algebra and trigonometry and statics and strength of material there again. Now, the one that I'm going to go into is the first one right here, and let's go and look at that subject. When you enter into the subject, you could always get back to this home page by clicking on there. If I click on this home page, I go back to let's just show you that. I go back to the home page of Learn that shows me all the subjects. Okay, and I click on statics again, and of course I'm back into that home page for that particular course or subject. When we look at the three main tabs that we have up here, and these are the tabs that we need to be familiar with, and if there are any announcement, they will appear here. You have your calendar that's showing over on this side, and that's about it. You have some of the calendar items right down here that's coming up that doesn't appear on this month. This is February, and of course you have other calendar stuff that I've entered into this year's calendar already. So each one of the subjects have their own calendar. You will see the calendar information over here. Okay. Let's go on the course content, one of the major tab where you're going to find most of your information. Okay, content is right there, and then of course over here you see the material comes up. Now this is a tree structure, and if I click on that minus, it becomes a plus, and that it's just closing down the structure so you could see the an overview of the structure. If I wanted to go on the course outline, I just have to open it up, and I would click on that particular file, and it would take me to my course outline. The course outline has a lot of important information, including grade information, how to submit your assignments, what your quizzes are worth, and let's go down to the grade information. The content of the subject that you're taking. And this one here, this particular instructor schedule, tells you the section, okay, and some of the items that has to be submitted, or some of the requirement for assessment. And of course you have a test down here, so on. So it gives you a direct schedule of what all of the important mark informations are. And it also gives you a schedule. By week 2 you should be finishing section 0, and so on. By week 6 section 4 should be finished. Here is important information, how you're going to be graded. Online tests for term 1, is worth 5% of your marks, online assignment 5%, and your term test is worth 40%. So these are very, very important information. You have all your schedules there. You should read through this document carefully. Outline information that you should pay special attention to. Okay, of course, all of the tree structure appears on the left-hand side here. Okay, and we could do the same thing. We could close a lot of this material. If, say, for instance, let's see here, we have gone under the syllabus here, and we close that. I want to go under the learning modules, and that's where I will see math tool assignment that we saw that they have some items that need to be completed. And the one item that you always need to be completing is your hand-in assignment and your online test. Now your online test will be done through a quiz. I'll show you how to get to that. And hand-in assignments here using math tools. Let's go to this assignment and see what they have there. And this is the assignment itself. This is the summary page. You have to put all your answers here, and it is just solving of right triangles. And you would go through this. You would have to print it out. Okay, you have to print it out. To print it out, you would go on the save it on your desktop, and then print it from there. For some reason, this particular print situation here, that little printer there does not work very well on my computer anyhow, so I'm just warning you about it. And the questions are here when you find the answers for them. They have some examples. When you find the answers, you go back and you put them in here, so that this is a standard practice for engineering, construction industry, for laying out your work. Okay, you have to have a summary page. You have to do all your work in a specific way. You will find that information on your course outline on how to lay out, and your course notes on how to lay out. Now that's something else that we should look at. Your course notes, where are they? Sometimes you have to search around in here for the information. Math tools, let's go and see there. And here are your course notes. Okay, if I were to pull this out a little bit, see, where is that tab? Okay, math tools, that's your course note right there. And then you could go through the course notes. You should actually read through the course notes. Section 0, you have a table of content, information, and it takes you through the course notes. Before you actually do the assignment, you should go through the course note. It'll take you step by step through the skills that you need to do the assignments. Okay, and again, you could get to it from here, or you could go back to your course homepage, and you go under content, and you go under content or course content, and then content, and you see everything in a different point of view, just the tree structure that you need to use. Again, if I wanted to, I could close down the learning module. I could go to, I close down the outline module and go to the learning module. You could see all of your information is listed here. The section, all of them are here. If I wanted to go to section 4, I just open that section up. I could go to the lesson notes and open that up, and there they are. You have to play with this a little bit to actually get an appreciation of how it works. And of course, there are the lesson notes. I could go back again to my homepage for my course. I go on the learn or course content, and there is that directory structure all by itself. No display on this side. Okay, and I could then close section 4 and open any other of the sections that I want. Good stuff. So there, I go up here, I have my tab here again, and I could go to the calendar, and let's look at the calendar. The calendar just tells you if you have anything due on that particular month, but seeing that this is December that I'm videoing this, I'm doing the video for this, you don't have anything due because this subject starts in January of 2013 on the 20th. So therefore, if we go to the February calendar, we see that there's lots of things that are due. The first one would be, if I click on that, it has statics, section 0 assignment is due on that date. So you have to have that into the instructor by that date. As we go over to the other side here, on the Friday, we will see that you have to do an online quiz or an online test, right? So that's due on that at 11:59 p.m. or so. Now let's just jump into assessment where you're going to find that particular quiz. We would go on the quizzes, and you can see that all of the quizzes are here. If I were to actually go under this one here, again I'm going to go under assessment and I'm going to go under quizzes. This is what you will actually see from a student view. I have a different view for the instructor, but here we go. When we look at this, I'll just pick randomly one of the quizzes that are there, and it says at the bottom, if you scroll down, start quiz. Yes, I am going to actually start the quiz, and there is the quiz. It is asking you to solve for it gives you some information here. The length of the hypotenuse here is that 44 meters, and you have the angle from the horizontal, or theta, is equal to that, and it's asking you to solve for the vertical component of that. So you would actually go and work that out on paper, and then there's a box here that you would enter your answer with units, and then you would save it and you'll continue to the next question and so on. It's a review. This particular quiz is a review of solving right triangles. Fairly simple stuff. Nevertheless, it's important stuff. I am going to get out of this, and I'm going to go and show you grades. Okay, here is more or less information when you do those quizzes, and a lot of them are practice quizzes. They're not word marks, but it'll give you basically a mark out of 20, a mark out of 20, a mark out of 4, and I'll give you a grade here. As you can see, there is no weight to them, meaning that they don't count for anything. But if we scroll down to the bottom of the page, you will see that these guys now have weight to them. Okay, these are word marks, and that is term 1. These are the assignments, online tests, assignment, online tests, and of course all the way down when you go to term 2, it's the same thing. So these items that are on here are going to be what determine your final grade, and you will see those grades here. A lot of this information up here I am going to take out from here because it's a bit confusing for students. When you do the quiz itself, it gives you a grade. You could look at that. So then this might appear or it might not appear depending on my time restraints. Again, most of the major issues are within these two tabs. This one here, your course content, your course calendar. And of course, if you want to communicate and with other students, you could go to email, and you could more or less look at this. I am going to intentionally create a group so that students could communicate with each other if they're having difficulties. And that is about it. I'm just going to review something again with this. I'm going to log out of Learn. I'm going to go back to the start. I am going to go to the Red River site. I have to go under staff, but you would go under student. And the Learn tab is right there, and that's where you log in. Okay, I hope that this gives you enough information to actually get to the Red River site, get into the Learn site, choose your course. You have to enter a password and then start to play around. You cannot, as a student, mess up anything in here, so don't be too leery about that. Okay?